And welcome my fellow scout troopers to a Dawnless Days Total War battle replay today. 4v3 siege battle, formerly Rise of Mordor. Has been played presented by Warmaster, one of 3 defending armies today. We've got a little bit of a speech going on here. Warmaster is commanding the first Gondorian force. Okay, now Warmaster's army consists of 3 units of Citadel Guard, 2 Gondor swords, 3 units of Axeman Osnack, 3 units of guards, Prince Coast Guards, 2 Fountain Guard, and 3 Idilian Rangers. Crew's commanding Rohan has King Thaldan as his general. We have 4 units here of Erling Retainers. We have 3 units of Falling Men-at-Arms, 3 units of Guards of the Golden Hall, and 3 units of Garrison of the Hornburg. But just a chap here, he has Knights of the Silver Swan as his general, 5 units of Gondor Sword Infantry, 2 units of Citadel Guard, 2 units of Fountain Guard, and 3 units of Gondorian Archers. For the Easterlings, he has Bane of Steps, some Warlords of Ruin here, 7 units of Lokrim Macemen. We have 2 units of Lokrim Halberdiers, Lokrim Archers, 2 units of Variag Bowmen, and 3 units of Variag Lancers. Okay, for Candyland, who's commanding Mordor, he has his Witch King as the general. We have about 6 units here of Uruk Throng, 3 units of Orc Pillagers, actually 4. We have some Uruk Spears, 1 unit. We have 2 units of Guards of the Teeth, 2 units of Orc Pikes, 3 units of Uruk Archers, and Olag High. For DX Marshal, who's commanding Dol Guldur, he has Kamul as his general, 3 units of Race. We have 3 units of Guldur Blades. We have 2 units of Guldur Glaives. Champions of Dol Guldur, 3 units there. Guldur Pikes, 2 units. 2 units of Servants of the Eye, and some Olag High. And for Dyke Master, he has Goblin King as his general. He has about 9 units of Goblin Blade Warriors. We have 3 units of High Chieftain's Guard. We have 2 units of Goblin Spear Warriors, 3 units of Goblin Heavy Archers, a unit of Mountain Trolls, and an Ogna. Now, the attackers are already moving on the city of Dol Amroth. This is a Dol Amroth siege after all. It's a massive city. The map is incredible. It's huge and deserves a massive battle. So, the attackers here are approaching with siege towers on all sides. It looks like the defenders are going to give up most of the lower levels here already to the attackers. It certainly makes their job of getting over the walls a lot easier. The street fight, though, means we're going to see a lot of grinding battles here. And the real trick to achieve victory will be the use of archers, javelins if they have them, which will be important if they do, and of course artillery. Now, I'm not too sure on the artillery on the defender's side at all. I know the attackers have an Ogna. There it is right there. That'll be important to bust through those tightly contested choke points, largely protected by coast guards and especially pike units like the Fountain Guard. The defenders here have about 4 missile units apiece, as we saw earlier. We've also got 3 barrels over here. Now, I'm told these glitched out, and the defenders only can use them once apparently, so that's important to note for later on. So there were no drops here in this match, so every player lasted to the very end. The attackers are approaching. Now we'll probably do a small cut here, guys, and come back once the attackers are mostly over the walls here and entering through the city and the battle is about to begin. The attackers are knocking at the gate. Alright, they're through. I think Mordor's the one that knocked down the gate. But they're charging straight in before they capture the gate, and there you go. Orcs just set ablaze. They lost about 50 or so in that one little downpour there, but they are through. They probably should capture the gate before they move away. Don't do that. No, Mordor just went away. Candyland made the mistake there. He should capture the gate before he moves forward so the rest of his units can move through and avoid the downpour of the hot oil. He did the half job there. He's got to finish the job. Hopefully no more units move through there before he's captured it. Okay, we had some champions of Dol Guldur come through the gatehouse just now, and they lost a couple of their number there to the gate. We've got the attackers storming through now into the city. Easterling Cav going to try and clear the streets, scout ahead for the rest of the army. They're all just gathering on the first level here. Defenders waiting for them on the second level. There's about 4 or 5 or 6 levels even to this massive Dol Amroth city, so the attackers have a long way to go to get to the top. Charging into the Gondor infantry isn't a bad idea, actually. Cavalry should be able to do it alright. You just don't charge into spears or pikes, or halberdiers even. Heavy spear infantry, obviously not a good idea to charge into. Charging into Gondor infantry is where this the Rag Lancers probably should charge, if they wanted to charge into anything. And what do we have over here? Gondor Sword infantry from Warmaster. Yeah, he had 2 units over here. You know he's got 2 units of them in total. Charging into them makes sense as well. Wouldn't be too hard for the Cavs to knock over a few of them. Maybe cycle charge them. There are Fountain Guards nearby, but the Cav could do some damage to those Gondorian forces. Alright, looks like they've charged in. We've got some Goblin Blade Warriors here. Now, compared to the foes they're facing, it's pretty even-ish. The armor, and the armor is obviously slightly better for the Gondorian forces. They've got about 13 better armor or so, 15 actually. Attack is also, there's not much difference between them in terms of their attack and melee damage values. It's pretty even. Gondor's obviously slightly better, just slightly. The Goblin Blade Warriors have slightly more melee damage than the Gondorian counterparts. But in terms of defense and armor, Gondor wins the day in those stats. So this is going to be a bit of a long grind here, if the attackers can't think of a faster way to get through these choke points. Who's attacking over here? Goblin Blade Warriors. So Dark is just sort of taking the lead here so far. Warmaster had his Athelian Rangers, all 3 units over here, just standing by. Now Dark here could be trying to bait the defenders into using up all their ammunition on his units. He does have a large number of forces. We've got some Orc Pikes here, which seem to be suffering greatly under the arrow fire of the defenders. Aren't really known for their shields. Highly vulnerable to arrows, as you can tell. The attacker really needs to get his troops out of here. Well, at least they're running now. Okay, so that was Mordor. Candy getting his troops under the cover of those buildings, I reckon. So right now, if I'm the defenders, I'm pretty calm. Obviously, this is just the opening engagement. We've got Orc Pikes here leading the way, but no forces backing them up. It would have been handy for Candy to get some troops with shields amongst those pikes, so they can use their shields to sort of protect them from those incoming arrows, you know? Pikes aren't doing too well. They're starting to waver. Jeez. Candy's pikes are getting annihilated. And that's unfortunate. You need the pikes to really help get your side through enemy choke points. Hard to say when he'll get those back. It's possible. As long as you've got that red square around them, they can reform. They have reformed, but the last thing Candy should do is send them back into the battle for now. What have we got? We've got Erland Retainers mixed in with some Gondor Sword infantry. This wall looks pretty much impenetrable. Short of an Ogna or crossbow fire or even trolls, the attacker's not getting through this in a hurry. Oh, one Rohan soldier there fallen. Not bad shields. These goblins are decently armoured. The goblins without helmets, I just feel like are begging to have their heads cut off. This guy here has a bit of a gold trim to his helmet. What if he's the commander of the unit? I'm not seeing anyone else with gold trimming to their helmet, just that guy. Have they had enough? Let's have a look. Okay, they're exhausted, so he's setting up a fresh unit. Resting these other ones here that have been fighting for a little while. That's smart. Usually we see players like myself even just leave troops into the fight until they're either achieve victory or are dead or exhausted or routed. Okay, Gondor archers, they're under fire, but haven't suffered any losses yet. Got a bit of armor to them. Battlements absorbing a lot of those arrows there. Very few actually getting through. They might be able to hit the Athelian Rangers. They should be within range. But it looks like they're trying to target the Gondor Sword infantry. That's pretty much a waste of ammunition, guys. I mean, they got excellent block chance. See, excellent missile block chance. Pretty much a shield wall formation. This is the first shock unit I've seen on the front lines here. Warlords of Ruin. So they tried to get through here, the cavalry. They did a charge. Gondor swords down by 8. Reinforced by Rohan. If anything can make a dent here, it is a Warlords of Ruin after all. And we have some Locrian Macemen backing up the Warlords of Ruin. We've still got some arrows coming in, but they won't be too effective. Okay, Warlords of Ruin are being shot at by some garrison of the Hornburg. Brave Gondorian and Easterlings. Some interesting textures, or I don't know if it's contrast or not. The little trim there on the little white outline of the Warlords of Ruin. I'm not sure why it's showing me that. We've got here, we've got the Varag Lancers. They've taken out 11 here of the Gondor swords. Varag Lancers have suffered no casualties as of yet. Actually, I thought they were going to push through there. Okay, down by 13. Warlords of Ruin have suffered a little bit. Warmaster's has taken a slight beating. Locrian Macemen here, leading this charge, but won't get too far. Not against the early men at arms. Early retainers just backing them up for now. Varag Bowmen, I'm not too sure what they're moving up to shoot. There's nothing in the immediate vicinity behind them that's worth risking. They haven't even fired a shot yet. This has got to be a mistake on the Eastern's part. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's pulling them out. That's good. And the swords here. Looks like we're down by 20. So the defense is being slightly eroded, but I'm not really seeing any major gains here. The attacker's not making too many inroads so far. Gondor slashing away at the orcs. I got the orcs trying to get around him. Down he goes.
Enemy units have been rallied.
It's almost like the orcs are an annoyance to the Gondor forces. And just sort of knocking them over. They've had enough of them. Goblin Wave Warriors, these guys have been here pretty much from the start. Well, the first units to really go in. Down by half. Killed 35 here of the Gondorian swords. We're back here and the defenders have not suffered pretty much any casualties. Alright, so we're back here and we're down by about 20%, I suppose, from each unit. This battle has not been too kind though to the goblins. Alright, so they keep most of the big guns outside of the city for now. You think they just sort of move everything to a staging area inside the city so they can more readily reinforce each attack. I mean, you got to credit the attackers. They are coming at them from every angle almost possible. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways into the second level. And the attackers have units stationed at all 6. Locrian Mason moving up. Warlords are in the number here on the Gondor forces. Rohan just getting more involved now, I reckon. Over here. They're kind of taking the lead here from the Gondorian infantry. Varag Lancers are going to try and charge in. Well, that charge was a bust. Charging up a steep slope. You can't think that's ever going to work. Early men at arms only down by 1 casualty. most of the arrows went through that bloody foundation. Unlucky. Orc pillagers. You can't let the shot get killed like that. It's too important to your army. You think he'd run them away or run them to battle. Okay, he's getting up there. No, you're doing alright. I mean, that volley pretty much felt, all of it fell too short. Didn't hit you at all. He seems to have accidentally walked back into the kill zone. Gondor infantry down to 32. They've got 283 kills. They're shaken. But they got plenty of backup.
Turn to the battle.
Really? Gondor swords here about to break. 176 kills. Alright, so we have our first defender unit to break. This goblin's just won't quit. Killed him. But then died himself. We've got some high chiefs in the guard now. 2 units of them being sent up. Starting to make a bit more inroads now into the defenders. And it's getting close to 50% casualty rate. Close. Not there yet. Just getting there. Well, by pulling these guys out, okay, he's sending these guys in now. Yeah, he's keeping up the cycle. Charge in one, wait till it's exhausted. Charge in the fresh unit, just keep it going. Fresh troops do more damage, get more kills after all than an exhausted unit. We've got Uruk throwing both units there. One's exhausted, one's very tired. Either way, that's not good there for Mordor. Okay, fresh units being sent up. Fresh but heavily depleted. This is just a lot of hacking away at armor in the hopes they can cut through it. Let's have a look at the map today. So, obviously to the south we're seeing the most activity. That appears to be the best chance so far that the attackers have of breaking through the first layer of the defense. On the north side, looks like Warmaster and I think that's Cruz have things well in hand over there. To the east, it looks like Cruz and Just a Chap are doing pretty well holding that line. Warmaster has about 3 units of warriors last night in reserve, just behind the front lines to be sent up in the event those choke points begin to falter. But right now, both sides just being patient. Attackers adopting a more wear down approach to the defense. Just a chap has most of his archers in the one place, but he's not firing just yet. Hang on. Okay, he's trying to fire into the flank of the Uruk throng. Seems to be working, but not doing the same over here. Not to the Goblin Warriors. The Goblin Warriors not deserving of the arrows? Could be. Now, with the defense over here suffering as many casualties as they are, I wonder if Warmaster's going to start firing the artillery ranges into them or not. You could send in the Axeman Osnak to reinforce this choke point. So far, there's been about 400 or so casualties on the defensive side. And, geez, nearly 2,000 on the attacker side. So the attackers are going to get through this quickly somehow. And even if they do get through this, they need their trolls largely to get through the last stand. Because that's some seriously strong defense. Those pikes, Citadel Guard, good luck trying to shoot through them. You can't. Even javelins won't get too many kills through that. They need the trolls for the late game. As tempting as it is to use in the early stages to get through these annoying choke points, they just need to save those trolls for the late game, for the last push. Using too early, good luck getting through the fountain guard without an Ogna. So it could be saved. Hopefully they're saving the Ogna for that. Well, they're up against some archers so far. Well, the brave souls charging in, looking to cut down their enemy. The archers, they're broken. Most of the Gondor soldiers should be able to slaughter these guys wholesale. He's fought this bloody archer all the way through the damn battle line. Talk about commitment to the fight. He just won't quit. Still going. This is the longest charge I've seen in a while. Oh man, after all that, you just finish him off with a spin kick? It's got to be Chuck Norris in disguise. It has to be. They are being depleted. They're setting up archers next to try and deal with the attackers. Now, should you charge the archers now? My recommendation probably should, because you've got melee troops, although they're tired and exhausted, they can back up the archers. The archers by themselves won't last too long against heavy melee infantry like the macemen. They can handle themselves, of course, against the Varric bowmen, but if the Runic forces triumph here against these two units and break them before these guys are charged in, the archers will have a harder time holding this choke point. If the attackers get through here, then they can feed through the rest of the city down here, and the defenders can be in serious trouble because, well, the defenders here can fall back this direction at least. Okay, so Warriors of the Lost Ark have been committed. Let's see how well they're going against the goblins. They are shocked. And they're not wearing heavy armor. Well, they cut an arrow to the arm. Them slashing their stomachs. Warriors last night here getting bloodied up really quickly. Friendly fire there. I'm not too sure what's going on here, but the Warriors last night just charged into the belly of the beast. They're surrounded by goblins right now. Brave souls. Should the Gondor infantry move down to help them? No, it looks like it's too late.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Well, Gondor blades about to be sent up. The defenders don't have similar units here to go toe to toe with those pikes. One of the swords here holding off against the Goblin Blade Warriors pretty well. Attack over here is over. Gondor forces down to 46 though, so below 50% strength. The attackers are sending up depleted units to try and get through him. Heroic Throng coming up. That's the unit to fear most out of those three. Well, with one falling, the rest could fall after it. Could have a chainmail on our hands.
The enemy has obliterated an entire unit.
That's not good. Orc pillagers push through the Gondorian forces. But then they broke. Before they could take advantage of that and overwhelm the Gondor units in the area. So, bit of a reprieve there for Gondor. High Chieftain's Guard not doing too well. More goblins. A lot of goblins.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Prince Coast Guards have been activated. We're up against Guards of the Teeth and 2 units of Uruk Throng. We've also got some Witch King Servants of the Eye General here, belonging to Mordor, but they're charged into the backs of the Prince Coast Guards. Well, we need to see an aggressive move here by the attackers. How do they get through that? They must have pushed their way through. Have to be. There's only... Oh, hang on. And the attackers using their cav well, coordinating with the Servants of the Eye and the Varag Lancers. Cutting down all the defenders on the second level. It looks like the defenders are in full retreat. They're trying to get away. I don't think the attackers will let them. Almost valiantly charging to slow them down. Witch King leading the charge here.
The men have broken enough.
Varag Lancers wiping out the last of the defense stand here. There they go. Looks like we got Servants of the Eye charging into the Gondor swords, but charging uphill never seems to do anyone any good. On the attacker side, at least. The Goblins definitely punching above their weight.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Now, this unit here of Gondor Swords Infantry has been left to die. They are simply a delaying action. That's it. Now we've got some Warriors Lost-Knock down here at the very end of the street. But they are being backed up by some Euclidean Rangers, so the attackers just can't stroll up and fire directly into them. As tempting as it is to do, because the Euclidean Rangers can provide decent cover fire. Take out a lot of the enemy archers, protecting most of the Warriors Lost-Knock. Warmaster could just be dangling them like bait. Looks like we've got Knights of Silver Swan here coming in for a few charges. Some unsuspecting units. That's a Rohan cav unit, actually.
The whole unit has been destroyed.
That's King Theoden. So we've got Theoden down here with us. And who we have over here? Some Uruk Spears. The Achilles heel of Cav. The main weakness, of course, is pikes and halberdiers, but Cav should fear spears all the same. It seems like the attackers called off that Cav charge. They could have been through this already if they wanted to. They're setting up infantry, but Cav should have done the job there for them. Much quicker. We got here King Theoden coming in for a charge. Knocking down the Maceman. They annihilated the Maceman. We'll go ahead to the defenders. They are seizing every opportunity they have to use their cav and take out isolated units. I wonder how a charge would go against those spears. The thing that does concern me with the defenders is they need to keep their generals alive to the very end, obviously. But in doing so, they kind of trap themselves in an area where they can't really use their cav effectively. So what do you do in situations like that? Do you risk your general's life and eventually get your general killed by running around trying to charge into unsuspecting forces? Do you keep them outside the citadel at all times, just run them around the city along the outskirts? But it's high risk. I don't think they can do that in this case, because we know the attackers have their own Servants of the Eye. Varag Lancers, but specifically the Servants of the Eye, are a big problem. They're a hard unit to kill. And they're decent in melee and could probably outclass King Theoden. Let's have a quick look here at his stats here. King Theoden, House of Earl. Melee attack 57, melee damage 32. Charge bonus is really good. Morale, so they won't break. They'll fight to the last man pretty much. So let's have a look at Servants of the Eye. There's frag lances here. Well, King Theoden would win that fight against them, that's for sure. And Servants of the Eye, that's not too good there for them. Melee attack 52, 36. Also pretty much locked morale, won't break until the last man. I think King Theoden has slightly better stats, but Servants of the Eye will inflict massive damage. Potentially a lot of casualties on that unit, potentially kill the general. And he's got 2 of them. Look at Witch King, Servants of the Eye. The defenders here can't go toe to toe with the enemy cav. They have 2 decent units, but that's it. They might put out a fight, but the enemy cav can keep those 2 cav units of the defenders bogged down, potentially swarm with pikes and spears and other melee troops as well. Alright guys, we're back because the attack is about to begin. Who do we have over here leading the way? Is it the goblins again? Wouldn't surprise me if it was. Yes, goblins are leading the way. So Dyke is the first to go in again here. So each choke point has been set up. It's pretty much identical. There's 3 ways into the final citadel. We have Citadel Guard and looks to be Erling Retainers here on this side. There's Citadel Guard again, yep, Erling Retainers, as I said, it's identical. Erling Retainers and early men at arms over here. Okay. Well, Dol Amroth went in. So DX Marshal. Just attacking here with some Gordor blades, couple units of them. No, the cav won't be able to help at all until they break through one of these choke points. We've got some Prince Coast Guards moving up, so the defenders are not taking any chances. If any choke point starts to falter, they're going to try and plug it immediately with a halberdier or a pike unit. And throw a melee unit if need be for good measure, just to sort of stack up the defense, make it almost impossible for the attackers to break through. Servants of the Eye and Varag Lancers. Decent assault here. Prince Coast Guards have moved up though. The early men at arms, they're down by 22. With the Prince Coast Guards nearby, you'd think they pull out the cav by now. There they go. Now, that was actually pretty decent there from the Uruk Spears. They charged into the Prince Coast Guards while they were out of formation. That was important. It gave the attackers a nice firm footing on this assault. Now the Coast Guards can reform. Looks like they had a chance to have a breather and they have reformed. They seem to be a bit spaced out earlier. Draglance is eyeing another opportunity to charge in, but there isn't one yet. Don't know what he's planning on doing there. Might want to pull those guys back. Defenders just reassuring this defense, or shoring up this defense. With all that cav nearby, the Prince Coast Guards need to be leading the way here with the early men at arms in this fight. Got to keep your halberdiers and spears leading the way here, and keep your shock behind them. It's 2,500 to 4,600. So the defenders have lost almost 50% of their force. Same goes for the attackers. It's pretty much dead even so far. Well, this is a fresh unit here of Servants of the Eye. What could these guys possibly think they can accomplish?
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle.
Citadel guards standing there well. What do we have here? Mordor glaives. Fresh and full. Alright, we got Fountain Guard in the house. You gotta bring up the Ogna. And the trolls. We got Race moving up. That's not good. Race can last a long, long time. Looking at this, the defenders are actually surrounding the flanks of the enemy on either side and pressing them together. Essentially a kill zone. Attackers are trying to actually push them back with their missiles. Prince Coast Guards don't have a lot of armor, so those arrows should be able to force them back pretty easily. Same goes for the Axum Losnark. As good as they are, on the flanks they're going to get hit hard and die fast. And similarly, attackers see an opportunity here. They bring up more archers. They're going to hammer the flanks here on either side of the defenders. That'll enable the attackers to push them back slowly. Give them an entry here into the second layer before the final citadel. The garrison just charged in, head first. Seems to have disrupted the enemy ranks pretty well. They are forcing them back. As soon as these guys break, probably, or the attackers fall them back, Servants of the Eye should probably charge in after that. I'm not too sure why they're committing the Uruk Spears again. With the Servants of the Eye lined up like that, you'd think they would want to charge in. There's the Witch King just leading the way. Eyeing the battle before him. Looking for an opportunity to be useful. You can see a few of the defending forces raising their shields above their heads like we talked about earlier. As intercepting through those arrows there intended for the Prince Coast Guards. Alright, we could see mass chaining out here in a second.
The enemy have rallied their units.
Not too long yet. $2,293 to $3,595. Alright, so just the chap here used the last of his ammunition on this attacking force down here, which consists of Guards of the Teeth and Uruk Archers. I suppose Guards of the Teeth isn't a bad unit to shoot at. Whereas Narsak just broke on the front lines. Citadel Guard will not be so easily intimidated. He's torn. He wants to go after the General of the Servants of the Eye, kill him. But he has to stay and guard this choke point. Can't afford to let any cav in amongst the ranks to be devastating to their defense. Citadel Guards are standing their ground, they're not giving away an inch. Every other unit that was here before unfortunately has fallen. Citadel Guard is the last man standing out of all the original units here. Finally we had the Olokai stepping up. Well, I know the Olokai hate arrows, but that was insane. They don't have that much. Okay, Olokai's retreating. They're down to 3. Found Guard here, a little bloody, but no loss of units yet. This is the 1 unit of trolls that is back. Okay, they're reinforcing the center attack in a big way. It's also prompted some enemy attacking fire here, shooting into the backs of the Fountain Guard and Gondorian archers, but most of the Fountain Guard is of great concern. So someone used up all the ordinary ammunition. That was not a good idea. I was kind of thinking that the attacker's ace in the hole, so to speak. Alright guys, we're back briefly. Let's let you know that War Master has committed every single unit he has at this point to the defense. The last person's holding out looks to be Rohan and Chap, his allies. I say holding out, I mean, it just seems like Rohan's got 3 units here, guards the Golden Hall. I think that's the best spear unit that Rohan has. He's got his cab over here. We also got some Fountain Guard belonging to Jap as well. I don't know if the trolls will just push their way through or kill people as they go through. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, so something's going to happen here in a big way. Very, very soon. 15 to 12, 20. Kill count is ticking up in favour now of the defenders. King's bodyguard. Very heavy infantry. Where are all these trolls going? So, trolls battling those forces in Citadel. These guys here trying to see whether or not they can overpower 2 Olak units. We've already got 1 under their belt.
Their general is dead! A lethal blow!
Okay, so 1 general has fallen so far. Where to go? Alright, we're getting down to the business end of things. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The defenders have broken through. Will they reinforce each flank or not?
The men have broken and are fleeing.
Must have still feel like they can run around with impunity over here. There's no attacking forces anywhere near the area right now. Alright, the defenders have 1 big win under their belt. Make that 2 out of 3 now. It's just the last one that seems to be doing the best that they can. 36 seconds to go. I think it's safe to say that the defenders are going to hold out here. Not going to have to fall back to the final position. It's before the Palace Citadel. The Palace Hall. Arrows here find their mark pretty decently into the Old High. How long have we got? Wonder how long the trolls last till the general dies. And all the Black Easterlings being overpowered. And that is it. So, we have a Pyrrhic victory here for the defenders. Okay, going through Warmaster's army here. He's Gondor infantry, got 251 and 226. Out of Axiom and Losnak, only 1 unit did pretty well there on 241. Citadel Guard here, 268 to 86. The Prince Coast Guards here did pretty well, 128, 150 and 425, so big standout there. Fountain Guard here, 221 and 104. And the Dealing Rangers here did really well, 358, 178 and 194. For Gappa and his Easterling army, it looks like Gappa seemed to struggle a little bit there in that battle. His units didn't get too many kills, unfortunately. Looks like the defenders' missiles got into his walls of room before they can be really effective. The Varag Lancers seem to be hurting the defenders a little bit, but ultimately did not get too many kills, which is interesting. For Cruz and his Rohan army, King Theoden there, 138, gold chevron there, triple chevron. The Erling retainers range from 140, 272, 388 and 223. The Erling men-at-arms here, 67 apiece. And the garrison of the Hornburg, 152 and 532, and the other unit only got 33 kills. Unlucky for them, but that one actually seemed pretty fresh. Didn't seem to lose any soldiers in that one. Oh, and the guards of the Golden Hall didn't really seem to be used at all. They're basically untouched the entire battle. Okay, just to chat, his Gondor Sword Infantry ranged from 258, 302, 285, and 176, and 185. So he had 5 units there. He had Gondor Sword Infantry. Citadel Guard there, 443 to 296. Fountain Guard wasn't really used that much, so I didn't get too many kills. Unlucky there for them. The Gondor Archers ranged from 98 to 124 and 143. Okay, for Candyland, his Witch King got 250. Orc Pillagers didn't really seem to get over 100 kills. Uruk Throng got 98 and 127. Those were the standouts there out of 6 of Uruk Throng. Guards of the Teeth, 4 to 222, so the one that got 4 got hammered somehow. Although I unfortunately didn't do too well for Mordor or Dol Guldur today. Okay, for Khamul, it looks like Dol Guldur admitted defeat long before Khamul's general was facing its end, so he only got 21 kills there in this battle. 70 I thought did better. They only got 40 kills or so, almost 50 kills apiece there. And no other unit in the army including the Other got close to 100, unfortunately. And finally for Dykemeister, his Goblin Blade Warriors, only one unit got over 100 and 106. The High Chieftains, 101. The aliens didn't get close to 100 kills. And no other unit did, unfortunately, that great in his army either. So, tough go there for the attackers. And the Ogden only got 10 kills, so something went drastically wrong there with the artillery. If you want to see your own Total War replay featured here on this channel, guys, don't forget to check out those links. You can send me your Total Replay too in the video description below. Hope to hear from you soon. This is Mika from Scouts Intent signing off. Goodbye, fellow Scout Troopers, and get you all in the next Total War battle.